Welcome back to some BG3. Let's see, we've got a book here, logbook 12, 1371. This hefty book is labeled 1371 and stamped with an elegant stag against a dark green background. 6 Uktar, sent to Druids, some of the newer recruits up north. The village there has had 2 years of failed crops and are unlikely to survive the next winter. 9 Uktar, a group from Baldur's Gate arrived. They've set up camp on the edge of the forest. 2 bears and a fox came by. Their territory has been burned out. Half the fox's cubs died, paying this new group a visit tomorrow. 10 Uktar. Visit did not go well. After telling me where to shove it, they said they'd cut down half the forest and burn out any wildlife that dared to stick around. Claimed they were going to farm the land and make a new city of their own. Time to get creative. 12 Uktar. Mudslide did the trick. Buried half their farming equipment and made the rest useless. They won't be back anytime soon. Got reports of a red wizard in the village south of here, sending 3 rangers to investigate. If they catch even a whiff of red cloak, I'm contacting the House of Savannus.
Blood on my hands. We have the right to defend our home. So that's what you want? To kill a bunch of innocents? I don't want to kill anyone. But I won't let this rogue be harmed. What are they?
Taters. She's got rats around her. Where's her snake? Alright. Let's check these other plaques around here. Large bottle of what? More potatoes.
Ridiculous. We just let her run off. She's a child. A devil child. One who tried to steal from us. Yet she failed. That's what matters.
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
No one stopped me yet.
Let's see, I know I saw some more plaques around here. Fallen plaque.
The towers seized, the battle done. The moonrise broke the darkest one. History or myth, whatever is depicted here is long past.
Where am I needed?
Give Will a chance.
The towers seized, the battle done. The moonrise broke the darkest one. History or myth, whatever is depicted here is long past.
Ah, excellent choice.
The towers seized, the battle done. The moonrise broke the darkest one. You recognize the mark of the dark goddess Shar on the broken helmet. This army marched in her name. Moonrise must be a reference to Shar's divine sister, Selûne.
No time to rest.
This will all
that
be
blood?
over.
No,
The
never
ritual's
mind.
almost finished. What if they tried to steal from us? Again? We've shown them once. We take Grove law seriously. By letting that child escape without consequence.
I don't know how
Might as well
Shadowheart would be
abandon the ground and let them
reacting to
travel
some
on.
of this stuff.
In darkest hour, a concord made, twixt harp and wild against the shade. Harp and wild. A riddle to some, but you understand the meaning immediately. The druids turn to the harpers for help. Unusual for such a territorial group.
We wasted some inspiration there. Probably should have talked to Kagha first. But that's all of them, right?
I don't want blood on my hands. We have the right to defend our home. So that's what you want? To kill a bunch of innocents? I don't want to kill anyone. But I won't let this grove be harmed. Not again.
Let's look around this area up here before we talk to Kagha. Got some stuff to steal there. Another wicker chest. And lie down and meditate. That's stealing. Now, the last time I tried to read something, it said it was stealing. So I don't know if I can even try to read these. No, it looks like that's off limits, I think. Interwoven prayers and incantations snake across one side of the page. Written on the other are instructions for performing the Rite of Thorns. When the prayer is complete, thorns and bramble rise from the earth, protecting from harm all who chanted it. The Rite of Thorns is dangerous magic. Why is Kagha so determined to do this? We should investigate. I wonder why even trying to read something is stealing. What about any of these? On the subject of Gond and progress, a faded letter printed in a dense, bold font. It appears to be an argument between two siblings, one a follower of Gond, and the other a member of the Emerald Enclave. Can I read that without it being stealing? Benji. Enough is enough. I am sick and tired of hearing about your precious Emerald Enclave. They claim to be allies of the people of Faerun, that they fight to balance civilization and nature in a chaotic world. But this is lies. They are enemies of progress, of intellect, who would be happiest if the world reverted to a time of outdoor privies and knuckle-dragging proto-folk. Please visit me at the High House of Wonders in Baldur's Gate. The things I have learned during my apprenticeship are simply, well, wondrous. There's the water pumps. No more back-breaking work for a simple bucket of water. A steam-powered oxen that can drive your wagon for days on end. Even this letter. It was transcribed and printed by our newest mechanized printing press. I had a little fun and printed several copies just for the sake of it. Please, brother, I cannot bear the thought of coming to find you picking berries out of a tree and arguing with Mother and Dad about whether or not their crops impede on Fox territory. Right back soon, all right? And don't forget, Dad's birthday is next month. Love, Abigail. Benji. Am I supposed to try to read these when nobody's looking? I mean, is that what I'm supposed to be doing here? Look at this guy. He's just like, yeah, I'm watching you. I can see Nettie's over here in the next room. Investigate Kagha. Investigate Kagha. She's over here. What is this? Something right up in front of us here. Is there something I'm not seeing here? Looks like there's something... Oh, wait a minute. Right here? Maybe this means this general area, I guess.
This will all be over. The ritual's almost finished. What if they tried to steal from us? Again? We've shown them once. We take Grove law seriously.
By letting that child escape without consequence. We might as well have lain on the ground and let them trample us.
I mean, is that specifically right there something? It doesn't look like it. Let's check this other room first.
I don't want blood on my hands.
We have the right to defend our home.
So that's what you want? To to kill a bunch of innocents.
I won't be surprised if Nettie just sucks us up right into a conversation, so I'm gonna go ahead and save real quick. I'm not trying to steal
Did a
anything
number
yet.
on you, didn't they? Does that hurt?
There's a bird there. Chirp, chirp. A deep crease in the spine makes the booklet fall open to reveal one recipe in particular. Neat writing in the corner marks it as an antidote for all known potions. This is it. The recipe that made me decide to publish my notes. The story might not interest you, but I shall record it for posterity. Feel free to skip to the actual recipe. I was sitting in the elf song, sipping my usual hot cocoa, the heat soothing the pain in my scaleless hands. A small child, human, stumbled through the door, sick as a dog. All the other patrons seemed like they wanted to help, but nobody could pay for an antidote for the stranger's child. Meanwhile, the ingredients were just lying around, in the kitchen. Every single one of those people could have saved that child, but only I knew how. It felt like a crime. Recipe for 1 bottle of antidote. Extracts needed: salts of mugwort, suspension of bullywug trumpet. Method: slowly trickle salts into suspension. Stir clockwise until the concoction's consistency turns almost chewable. It might turn slightly green, but this is purely aesthetic and has no effect on the antidote itself. And remember, when in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of 3. Thrice the same ingredient forms an extract. Excellent. Okay, that updated her. To make the life-saving antidote, we need to mix a bundle of mugwort in cauldron of theriac blessed by Sylvanus. For the poison. Doesn't seem like something we even need yet. Here's a cauldron.
What's that?
What's that? Just hold still.
What's this? No, I'm not gonna try to open that. This is an ancient notebook whose ink is faded and pages are starting to crumble. It's not easy, but some words can still be made out. Catheric is finished, but it cost us the land. Darkness has fallen, corruption is everywhere. Chased by shadows, picking us off, druids and harpers alike. Our wounded were safe. I returned, searching for survivors. Lost, but I found his shade. I put it to rest and took his glaive. Blade infused with shadow. I have locked it away to serve as a reminder that even victory can taste bitter. I assume that's what's behind here. Some weapon or something. Nettie's gloves. small pair of supple gloves, stamped with an alternating pattern of leaves and acorns. Though well worn and stained with earth, they are in
It's
excellent
messy,
condition.
We'll fix you.
Does that bird need a potion? Oral Histories of Faerun, the Spell Plague. This book is comprised of several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realm. Chapter 25, Cornelius and Tomelius, Worthywort. Halflings encountered on the Golden Road south of Inarlith. I met the brothers, or rather, they found me. They found me in the lower pass through the Firesheer Mountains. They had encountered a trail of golden discs along the path, and had resolved to gather and return them to whatever fool had more coin than common sense. It was to our mutual embarrassment, then, that I removed my cloak to reveal my patchwork yellow hide. It was molting season, I explained. What's going on here? And a traveler on the road had not luxury to shed their scales in private, as would be proper, so they're dragonborn. I suspect they knew too little of dragonborn to be appropriately disgusted, and instead invited me to sup with them. Over a roadside fire, I learned of the purpose behind their journey.
Nearly there.
Cornelius, Lirin, my lad, our ancestral home, it was lost during the spell plague. Tomelius, weren't nothing lost, Khan. It's not Nan's lucky Nashers, is it? It sank. Cornelius, wasn't I there when the blue fire took it? Sure, what do you remember? You were knee-high to a gnome. Tomelius, I remember you crying. Maybe it was that you sank the place. Going back to finish the job? Cornelius, watch that lip lest I fatten it. Only a fool speaks ill of his homeland. Their brows were bristling dangerously, and so I diverted hostilities by speaking of my own people's ancestral home, the blighted world of Abir, and the 1,000-year tyranny of dragons we lived under, until the blue fire of the spell plague brought us to this world. Cornelius, right, Tomelius, another potato? I don't follow a lot of this stuff, I'm afraid to say. Stone tablets. These. It looks like we just can't read these. If we try to read them, it looks like we'll be in trouble. I'm going to try it just to see. If it messes up, I'm going to actually reload on this one because some of the stuff happening in this game is not being consistent, in my opinion. I've read stuff before that wasn't in red.
Not for communal use, it seems. Best show some respect. Or some more cunning.
That's bullshit. Oh, fuck you, man. I guess I'll just... From now on, if anything's in red, you just don't fucking touch it, man. See, that's red right there. Maybe that's why I thought something was red and I read it, because it looks like that's what happened. I read a book. If you highlight a bunch of stuff together, everything's red, even when the stuff that's not supposed to be red. So I read a book one time that looked like it was red, but it wasn't, because everything's just red when you use this. Okay. I think I'm starting to see what happened here. That's another inconsistency. They kind of need to fix that stuff because the game depends upon. I mean, if I highlight it and everything's red in the world, that's wrong. If it's supposed to be white, it needs to show up white. Even, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's hard to program, but that's confusing, you know? Like that druid book. Is that red? No, it's not red. But it is
It's method.
here.
Exio.
Now it looks red there. All right, let's talk to Nettie here. See what Nettie's got going on. Actually, let's go speak to Kagha first. Or should I speak to Nettie first? Let's go speak to these guys out here first. That's what we're gonna do. Let's speak to this guy right here. Loik. Actually, let's speak to Marcurus since he's walking around.
What will the tieflings want next? Letting the Hellchild go was a mistake.
I'm not really saying
The
much of nothing.
rituals. Please leave. Our hospitality has limits, and they were crossed long ago.
Cut that mustache off, bro. It's putting you in a sour mood. Let's talk to Nettie.
I see you. Just give me a moment.
Is there anything I can do to help?
A moment. This medicament. There. It's up to her now. Life or death. Now, what was it you needed?
Healing. Looks like I came to the right person.
I do what I can. For most folks, that's enough. Come here. Let's have a look at you. You seem healthy enough. A bit tired around the eyes, maybe.
What do you got here? A brush with evil on hags. Scroll of animal friendship. Some good berries for free. Thank you. Take that and that. Brush with evil. Elixir of fire resistance. Might as well take that. And the food. Shit's getting expensive fast around here. Well, she's got a negative attitude because we touched the fucking books over there. Psst. I'm gonna put no good way of putting this. No. That sounds silly. More than tired, something crawled into my eye.
Crawled in? Some sort of bug? Or... Wait, did it look like a tadpole? But from your worst nightmare? All slime, teeth, and tentacles.
What other kinds are there? It's not like a frog hopped into my eye. Come on. Come on, man. You know of them. Can you help me?
I'll do what I can. Come, follow me. I might be able to help. We need to be quick. This way. Head on in.
Oh. So that was that secret door there. But wait a minute, let's see what the journal says here. What is this talking about? Do I need that for the bird or something?
Head on in.
Exhausted. Lack of rest has left you exhausted. There are 6 levels of exhaustion, and each level is worse than the last. Lack of rest. So the bird needs rest, huh?
Head on in.
Please. I'm resting.
All right, I'll leave you alone. I'm
The
sorry.
bird says nothing. Only the sound of its labored breath fills the silence.
All right, I'll better leave that bird alone. Like it's
Head on in.
about to die. What's going on back here?
This one had the same problem as you. Attacked us in the woods together with some goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after.
The drought I have the same kind of parasite? I'm hoping for a less grave cure. So you killed him and laid him out on the table? I'm hoping for a less grave cure. You're not sticking that.
I'll do the best I can.
Where you sticking?
I'm no Master Halson, mind. He'd have your tadpole out like that. Still, we have options. All right. Let's see what we can do.
Okay, hold on a second here. What's that plant?
It might. But first things first. Tell me about your symptoms. Have you noticed anything strange happening?
It's like the virus spoke to me as if... as if I were one of its own. All this is pretty strange except this one. Yeah, it's pretty strange, I guess.
Victims can identify each other. Not that the others know they're victims, of course. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate to find where all this was happening.
You're asking a lot of questions. I don't know. I don't think I really have anything to hide. Except for that dead body over there, and she's got a thorn in her hand. You're asking a lot of questions.
Of course I am. Lives are on the line. And not just yours. So tell me, where'd you get that thing?
Cure me first. That might make her go fucking crazy. Let's just go along.
A mind flayer ship? But Master Halsin was sure. Look, you've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you. You're dangerous. If you transform here, we're all dead. But you seem like a good soul. You deserve a chance to save yourself. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms.
I thought you could cure me. What about that branch of yours? I thought you could cure me. What about that branch of yours?
The thorn? Coated in a fatal toxin. It was a last resort, in case I couldn't trust you. I don't have a cure. Only a way out. I'm sorry for misleading you, but I had to be sure you weren't a threat before I told you everything. Now, do I have your word or not?
She told me. Oh, shit. Okay.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but thank you. Here. You know, I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flayer infection. Then suddenly, there's dozens of you. Maybe more. Master Halsin and I were tracking them, studying them, trying to figure out what the hells was going on. Because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not. Weird powers aside, you seem perfectly normal.
Well, what else do you know about this? You must have learned something from studying them.
For one, that thing in your head is like nothing we've ever seen from mind flayers. It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers. Telepathic connections. And it doesn't turn you into one of them. Not yet, anyhow.
So you think it's only a matter of time? You said you were tracking other victims. Did they change?
Hard to say, but there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne, and I've no idea why. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers, joined on the spot. Whatever he found there, he didn't make it back.
What do you want me to do? You think he's still alive?
I think so. I hope so. I've sent birds to find him, but they can't get close without goblins trying to shoot them down. You, though, You're one of them. Technically speaking, I mean. They won't kill someone carrying their parasite. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound?
Well, I'd already planned on finding this guy anyway, so... No, she's not sure of anything, it sounds like. She already answered it. She doesn't know what's going on. She's not sure it can cure me. That guy just died over there, that drow, I guess. I was going to go find him anyway, so yeah. All right. I'll find Halsin.
Thank you. It would mean everything to the Grove. To me. I wish I could tell you more. But only those adventurers know what happened out there. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Selûne. And Master Halsin didn't make it back. Good luck out there. And if things start to go bad, remember the vial. Remember your oath. Step at a time, Nettie. Come on.
You can toss that poison. We won't be needing it.
Better a quick draft than Ceramorphosis, nonetheless.
We're a long way from a measure that drastic. A very long way.
Alright. Find a cure. Nettie couldn't help us. Instead, she tried to poison us with dead... No, she didn't try to do that. No, she didn't try to do that. She worked with us for being honest. All right, I guess, yeah, we talked her out of it. She let us go, but she made us promise to kill ourselves if we started to turn. Still have these to do.
Something in that vessel. Take a closer look.
What? Dream visitor? All right, first we're going to read their notes on the drow parasite. Anatomical sketches of both the drow and an illithid tadpole are accompanied by notes written in an urgent scribble. The parasite was nestled deep in the brain matter. Illithid, undoubtedly. Yet the host seemed unaware while alive. No visible signs of ceramorphosis on the cadaver. Most strange. The final note is a single underlined word. Altered?
Looks like Halsin's our best bet for a cure.
We know the man. We know our mission. Let's move out.
Let's be optimistic and assume he's still among the living.
Halsin's Journal, Volume 1. Extraordinary happenings. While meditating in the forest, Nettie and I were ambushed by a pack of goblins led by a drow. We had no choice but to defend ourselves, but that is not the extraordinary or rather disturbing part. On the drow's death, a parasitic creature emerged from the corpse and attempted to escape. I managed to capture it and have the host cadaver here in my study. I've told no one of my fears. Nettie suspects but knows better than to ask. I managed to capture it and have the host cadaver here in my study. I will investigate further before informing the others. Kagha will demand answers I don't yet have. I had better record any further findings in a separate volume and keep them upon my person, lest prying eyes jump to the wrong conclusions. Hastily written note. My dear Nettie, I entrust you with the circlet to open the library. Wear it always. If you need to enter the vault, talk to Wrath. He has the room, but won't give it to anyone, so be sure you have good reason to ask. Protect my research while I am gone, and take care of the animals. Don't give fish to Tuffet. She's getting lazy. I'm afraid I gave some fish to Tuffet. This cadaver. That's stealing. Alright, don't want to do that. Hanging suspended in murky slime, the living tadpole looks like some hideous cousin to the slug, only gorged and slick with remnants of brain fluid. Bottled solvent, bottled tentacles. A long jar packed full of severed tentacles. It's unclear if they're from a sea creature or something more sinister.
Always room for more.
Well, where's Nettie at? What is this over here glowing? Oh, it's a bullywug trumpet. Can I close this door? Well, she left us over here, so I guess I can read this stuff here without getting caught. Rune of the Eagle. This is a wolf. Rune of the Elk. Empty socket. Looks like we need something here. There's nobody back here watching us, so I guess we can...
That's curious.
What did you find? I'm not sure what he found. Oh, another door. So I can reach stuff as long as nobody can see me? Is that what it is? So where is... I mean, Nettie just left us back here. There's a wolf here. We can't touch one of the wolf because we haven't seen one. I guess nobody can see us here. He's dead. Loth-sworn drow. Raised by Loths, cult in the city of Menzoberranzan. These drow embody the virtues of their corrupt and merciless goddess. Loth marks her followers with bright red eyes, so those in the Underdark will learn to fear them on sight. Track the druid. Find whatever burrow he runs to and report back to me. Remember, you are only a scout. Do not engage. Do not kill anyone. Simply observe and return. I shall decide what we do next. M. Yeah, so there's no problems as long as they don't see us. What is this? Alright, we need to do... Okay. So that's a lesson then. What is this? Weathered chisel set. Did we just steal everything in here? Alright, well, I got to think about that. But until then, thanks for watching. This has been another episode of Baldur's Gate 3, and I'll see you guys next time.